Hello, YouTube viewers, and welcome to our new YouTube channel, How You Livin' Really. The only channel and show like it on YouTube and the only one in the world.
What's up, guys? My name is T. Welcome to my tiny Times Square apartment.
This is New York City, a place where millions of people come chasing the American dream. But that dream comes at a price.
Oh, wow.
Aren't you scared like the fan would cut your hair?
It's happened so many times.
Welcome to my living room, bedroom, kitchen, all in one.
Here, some residents spend their entire income just to afford rent, living in apartments smaller than a parking space.
What is the price for this month?
The price is $4,500.
Housing is the #1 crisis.
I'm homeless right about now. For a studio, they wanted $1,600.
Why would anyone choose to live in a space like this?
I think our space is just right, but everyone has opinions about it.
What sacrifice do they make?
It gets hot in here, too.
Some of them will have showers in them. So you gotta get a gym membership to take a shower.
How much do they actually earn to survive here?
Here, I make more than 6 figures.
Today I'm in New York City, one of the most expensive cities in the world, to find out how ordinary people make ends meet and whether living here is really worth the cost.
If you want to live here, you better be a hustler because it's not easy.
Behind the bright light and billion-dollar skyline, this is the shocking reality no one told me about the city.
Welcome to New York.
Guys, we're on a mission to cross 1 million subscribers here on the channel by the end of the
This is my New York City hotel. It is really small. Let me see you guys my bed. Like, literally, if I lie from end to end, that's it. Look. I guess I'm probably like, what, 5'8" or 5'9", but I can't even lie edge to edge. One window, a queen size bed that can squeeze in 2 people. Here, of course, vanity. This is supposed to be where the vanity I brush my teeth and all of that here. And this is the WC and the bathroom. This particular accommodation cost me $210 US. So for 2 nights, I paid $420. Yes, accommodation is crazy expensive. It's going to be hard to keep in my bag. So let's try to see if I can open my bag, take off my clothes. I have a big bag.
This is Kitty.
You have a car and a dog?
Yeah.
How do you manage to keep both of the pets here?
I don't know. It comes from my heart, honestly.
What's the size of the apartment altogether?
I have no clue.
This is your bed?
This is my bed. A while ago, I had this like a twin-size bed in the corner.
Yeah.
Just to utilize more space.
Yeah.
Not a loft bed.
So the bed and the sofa right here.
This is a new addition as well. A lot of people that see my TikTok, they noticed that I didn't have it anywhere else for anybody to sit. It was just a single chair. So I'm like, I want to be able to have my family over and have somewhere to relax. This is where the magic happens, where the cooking happens. Flat top,
Yeah.
a little stove burner. My mom got this for me when I first moved in. So my mom got me a lot. My mom got me AC, burners. A lot of this stuff is handed down from her apartment. People dog food and cat food right here. And I go open my fridge.
Right?
This is my food.
Let me see. Let's see one time.
Listen, man. Listen, man. I don't even like cooking in here sometimes.
So you always eat out?
Well, I used to work in a restaurant, so I would eat at the restaurant most
Yeah.
of the time. So you're in this little space all the time.
Cooking, yeah?
Yeah, it gets hot in here too.
So is this like what you used to ventilate?
Oh, this helps keep some ventilation. There's only
Yeah.
2 windows in here, so this one is occupied by the AC. The one in the bathroom doesn't work.
And this is supposed to be where you brush them out.
Yeah.
Also, like wash your plates here.
Wash my dishes, clean anything. Little medicine cabinet right here. Restroom. Check it out. And yeah, the bowl is right here, over there.
And that's where you shower.
Yeah, shower.
Yeah. How old are you?
I'm 25.
25. Oh wow. But does it get like super hot here?
There's only 2 windows, this one, and there's one in the bathroom, but it doesn't fully open.
Yeah.
It doesn't stay open, so circulation in here is non-existent.
How much is this per month?
The actual rent is like $2,000. This is my first apartment on my own, signing my own lease and everything, so this was just to have my own space. I've been here since September of 2024.
Where were you living before you
I was
moved?
in a shelter.
You were in a shelter?
Yeah.
Still here in New York?
Yeah. Still here in New York. I've
So
lived in New York my
all
whole life.
your life. You sometimes feel like you just
Claustrophobic?
yeah, you just want a little bit more space because I can
All the
imagine sleeping up here. See, like this is your living room, this is your bedroom.
I'm so grateful for my community because I get to go and get a break from this. I think that's how I manage. For somebody that doesn't have anywhere else to go, it definitely would get to me. They definitely told me the tenant that lived here before me, he lived on the street, and then they got him to live here, and he couldn't take the size of the apartment, so he wanted to live on the street
because it was too small for him.
It was too. Yeah, couldn't take it, you know. And I've lived in rooms before, like I've rented a room before, but even with that, you have a kitchen, you have a bathroom outside of the room. This is everything. My kitchen is right next to my bed. I used to have all my hoodies and stuff like hanging under my bed, like on these bars. But I just didn't like the way that looked anymore. I still have even more sneakers in here, more shoes and stuff.
Yeah.
You like Spider-Man?
I love Spider-Man.
Is that your microwave right there?
This is, so when they moved in, this is what they gave us to cook with. I moved in with this and the fridge right there. Everything else I had to buy.
How do you go up to the bed?
That's okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Aren't you scared like the fan will cut your head?
It's happened so many times.
The fan?
The fan. Sometimes in the middle of the night, I will turn it on and forget that it's on.
Oh my god.
And I've definitely been my head.
Jesus Christ.
You get desensitized to some stuff like that. The first couple times, it's like, damn, but
Oh my god.
you learn how to maneuver, honestly. And one of the main perks of this apartment was it was close to my job. I work right at Lincoln Center, so that's like a 20-minute walk from me. So that really made it worth it that I was able to commute to work. Because living in New York City with the trains, the buses, it's just too much to have to go back and forth to work. So that made it worth it.
So where did you say you're working in?
Right now I'm actually unemployed. I recently got terminated. I lost my job about 2 weeks ago.
What?
There definitely was a point in time where New York was the place to be when it came to money.
Yeah.
You can lose your job and get a new one the next day. I've experienced it myself. But times are definitely different.
So are you like actively searching for a job now?
So right now I'm waiting to hear from unemployment. I'm kind of in a transitional state. Like I said, I am a chef, so I want to start pursuing my own business.
Yeah.
I do catering, so I'm trying to start that.
For the meantime, like how are you able to like sustain living? I mean, you're living in this is Manhattan, right?
Yeah. Manhattan, Times Square.
Yeah. One of, among the most expensive fish ever someone to live. So like, how are you able to then afford that right now?
I'm not gonna lie, my family has been supporting me.
Yeah.
Right before you guys got here, I was calling my mom and telling her, how stressful it is
Yeah.
living here and having everything so expensive and just how heavy everything is.
Yeah.
And she helped me.
Maybe some of you still don't understand just how expensive New York City is and why someone would want to live here in a tiny space like this. So let's do a brief demonstration before we visit the next tiny apartment owner.
I have to be here $100. I'll try to survive with this for 24 hours, right? In my country, this is a lot of money. You're probably in the continent of Africa, right? There's a lot you can do with $100. But here you're going to see, right?
You'll see how quickly $100 vanishes here.
Alright, right here I am at the Brooklyn Bridge. I found like a souvenir shop around here, so I'm just going to try and get some things. So I have this. Everything here is $1, right? So I'm just going to get some souvenirs, probably like $3 souvenir.
I saw this futuristic building in Boston Yard and I wondered what it was all about.
What exactly is this building? Let's go find out. After asking around, I learned the name of the building is called the Vessel. It's an architectural marvel here. So now we're going to go up there and check it out. This particular building is standing at 150 feet tall. It's made up of over 154 staircases with 2,500 steps. Wow! And over 80 viewing platforms. Then I paid $18 just to get up there.
$18 gone just like that, climbing thousands of steps. It felt more like a workout than a tourist attraction. On to the next one. I saw this giant floating platform hanging in the sky. Guys, let's check it out.
I'm gonna go check it out.
Maybe it could be free.
So I just arrived at a place called The Edge. This place is basically built to like hang off the cliff where you get to see the whole of New York. You literally see everywhere. Like, look. Just look behind me. So you see. So it cost about $51 plus taxes to get here.
But seriously guys, how do you feel about me spending $51 just to see a view? Now, don't get me wrong, this view is actually incredible, but for $51, I was expecting the view to come with a free meal, maybe like a Coca-Cola or something, you know? I also went to this place I saw on Instagram. It is called Summit One. It is filled with like mirrors, balloons, and I saw normal tourists taking pictures of themselves. Guys, you won't believe I paid $55 for this. $55 to play with balloons and take pictures. My Nigerian parents will not understand this investment. paid another $50 to see the Statue of Liberty. I was shocked at the number of people that came here to take pictures of this statue.
Like what? 500 people?
Although, to be fair, for millions of immigrants, the Statue of Liberty represents freedom, opportunity, and the promise of a better life. So maybe this one gets a pass. By now, I had completely lost track of my spending, so I had to stop and do the math. In just 4 hours, I had spent $155 doing basic activities, just looking at views from the top of the building. That is minus transportation, minus lunch, and minus tips. Yes, here in America, you're expected to tip for everything. It cost me roughly about $450 per day to live and explore New York. This has to be the most expensive tourist destination in the world.
In New York, you have to be willing to take a $100 bill and just light it on fire. Like, that's how fast the money goes.
I'm usually like struggling to feed right here, but let's go.
Okay. So we're on the second floor, and it's got these two staircases.
Okay. How long have you lived here for?
I just moved to New York City about 2 months ago from Florida.
Oh wow, okay.
Welcome to my living room, bedroom, kitchen, all in one. This is my tiny little bathroom. I feel like it's a pretty good size for New York City compared to like the size of the apartment. I have a bathtub, thank God. Most people don't have bathtubs here. It's actually kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And then I love my little built-in bookshelf. Here's my tiny closet. This door is literally the width of my arm.
Wait, this is all your closet?
This is like 90% of my clothes, for the most part. I have some of my shoes here, all of my like scrubs, like stuff that needs to be hung up here, and then my laundry, and then I'm able to fit like my broom and my like little mop thing.
Yeah.
So it just works.
Wow. Well, then you have more clothes. Like, where are you going to put the clothes?
Well, I just bought this clothing rack right behind you. This is like all the stuff that I'm wearing for summer at the moment, and then basically all I wear is heels, so I just keep them all right here. And then the rest of my clothes are all folded in this tiny little dresser.
You said you were in Florida earlier on, like, was your apartment like this size or it was slightly bigger?
Yeah, I was still living with my parents at home in Florida, and I'm not gonna lie, my bedroom was probably the size of this entire apartment.
What is the size of this place?
It was either like 11 feet this way or 10 feet this way.
Like,
Yep.
the kitchen is like 2 steps from the bed, 2 steps from the bedroom, 1 step.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've learned to manage. If you can't already tell, I have a half-size fridge. I don't even have a full-size fridge. Honestly, I cook everything here. I really don't go out to eat, guys. Like, I have managed everything to fit in this fridge. And I cook literally everything on here because I don't have a microwave. But I never used a microwave anyway, so honestly it's fine. But I do use an air fryer, which I keep in this. So I built this little kitchen island. It's from Amazon. And here I keep my tiny little air fryer, perfect size. It's all I need. I go grocery shopping honestly like 3 or 4 days a week because I can't buy a lot because I obviously can't fit it in my fridge.
Yeah.
But I really don't eat out a lot at all.
Yeah.
I cook like 99% of my stuff at home.
I'm just curious, like, how much you spend on grocery shopping in a month?
Roughly like $400 a month on groceries. I use this mostly as like my pantry too, so like I keep some of my food in here, and then like my uncle sent me a bunch of ramen. I don't know why.
How much is the rent here?
My rent here is only $2,100.
$2,100, guys. If you're watching this video, tell me, what was $2,100? That's $2,100 a month to get you in your city. Please put in the comment.
This is supposed to be fire escape, right?
Yeah, it's a fire escape, so we're gonna try to like y'all.
Guys, this is the everyday life of someone.
Gonna get some air.
You know, like, all those apartments are having like 9,000 pieces of bread on 9,000.
You gotta do a little bit of work.
Yeah.
One of the very first things I did when I moved here was I went out here and I sat on my little fire escape, had my cup of coffee. It was honestly just like a surreal moment because I've always wanted to have a little fire escape. So yeah, my view might not be the best, but hey, I'll take what I can get.
Yeah. What is something that you really do like about where you're staying and something that you don't like?
I do really like the area to me is very safe. I'm obviously close by to all the hospitals, and it is a little bit loud. But I think that because my unit faces the back, it's not too bad. Obviously, you can hear the sirens in the background, but I feel like when I sleep, it's pretty quiet.
Why did you choose to come to New York City?
I came here on a family trip about 10 years ago. I knew the second that I got here that I always wanted to work here
one day.
I'm a nurse. It came with a lot of flexibility, and one of the main reasons why I became a nurse is because I knew that I could get a job in New York. I feel like living in such a big city like this, there's so much opportunity here. Down in Florida, I was working in a hospital, so you only work 3 days a week, and I want to say I was making like maybe like 60 grand a year. Here, I make more than 6 figures, and even after all the taxes and everything, here I still make substantially more than I was down in Florida, so it's worth it. To me, that's priceless. I would rather sacrifice, you know, higher cost of living to, one, like get to experience everything that the city has to offer, but also I feel like there's really good career opportunities here compared to Florida. That was just a sacrifice that I was willing to make.
Miss, please help me. I don't even know where the I am right now. Living is expensive. Living is highly expensive. The American dream is the bare minimum nowadays. I'll tell you that for sure. Don't come here thinking you about to get everything you want.
I used to see these videos on the internet about like those very tiny Manhattan apartments. Like,
yes.
You know, 2,500, like this.
For a square.
Yeah. Is that something that's very common around here?
Yes. You know what's the funny thing about it? Some of them don't have showers in them. So you gotta get a gym membership to take a shower. Wait, I don't live that way, but still, some people do live that way.
Walk in and it's straight kitchen, bed.
Why do you think someone is gonna be in such conditions? Like, why don't
like to be in New York?
Just to be by themselves, something.
A lot of New York be by themselves.
That is true. Opportunity, because some jobs do pay good.
You live in New York, like, how much does someone need to make to live here in this city? Like,
probably like 100. If you live in like Harlem or something,
comfortable to be comfortable. But honestly, you have an income of 6,500 and maybe be able to live. But also depends on where you live, because some people they get help from the government, so they get EBT, or they'll also get like assistance on rent. Yeah. So like if you make 6,500, the other half the government will give you.
Do you think you're always going to be in New York City, or at some point you have to move somewhere else?
At some point you gotta move.
My goal? Yeah. I don't want to live in America.
You should come to Africa.
I should.
Yeah.
I just came back from St. Martin yesterday.
You invited?
Yeah. I send you guys around. Right? If you make 100,000 in Africa, bro, like you're a king, bro. Like, bro, like, you're balling, bro.
Shit, you make 100,000 here, you're an average human being.
Yeah, for sure.
The hell? What's the cost of living like? Is it expensive to stay here?
I'm still 16.
Yeah,
so,
I live with my parents too.
But I think, like, you can make it work because, like, everything is, like, increased. Like, you get paid more than other places. So, like, you'll always find a way. You know what I mean? Even if it's just, like, a little bit of money, like, you're going to work your way up eventually.
If you want to live here, you better be a hustler because it's not easy. One coffee is like $12. One matcha, $12. Subway, $3. Train to get here, $30 a day. You're probably spending minimum $60 a day.
How do you guys think I'm able to manage my money without hitting fees in one of the most expensive cities in the world? I use Ruinous, and they happen to be the sponsors.
So here we are. We have a 1-bedroom, 1-bath apartment here in the Upper West Side of New York. Kitchen, you know, smaller kitchen, but beautifully done. You have your living room, you got closets, got a nice little balcony here.
At least you do have a balcony here.
You got a nice, small, cozy bedroom right here. You know, no closet here, but you have a closet space.
So what is the price for this a month?
This price is $4,500.
4,000.
4,500. You got to make 3 times the rent.
Okay,
so,
three times. Okay,
so usually you're making a month $13,500, and then your credit score should be 700. So that way, a landlord feels comfortable enough to rent you the apartment.
How many people make that amount here in New York?
That's a great question. I can get you that stat. The median household income in New York City is about $80,000 a year. So to earn $156,000 a year would place someone well above the median, likely in the top 5 to 10% of earners.
The people that cannot afford to rent a place, you are considered the top 5.
The cost to even get into this apartment, you can actually buy your first house in New Jersey by putting 3.5% down with the next program.
Yeah.
The first house I bought, actually, I invested $6,000. That was my down payment.
For the property?
Yeah.
While some residents are paying thousands of dollars a month to live in spaces barely bigger than a closet, others are spending $16 million to wake up overlooking Central Park.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a $16 million home in the iconic Central Park. Guys, look at the view. This is Central Park.
This apartment sits on 5,450 square feet of interior, and it comes with a very large living room with premium views, I would say, of Central Park. It has 3 ensuite bedrooms and a separate primary suite. a large kitchen, a study area, and a lounge. The interior design is very beautiful. It has the kind of space that this apartment can only dream of having, but for the price point, $16 million. So space here in New York City is for the highest bidder. No wonder I kept seeing tiny skyscrapers.
The skyscrapers are like very tiny.
We don't have no space, but we still want to build tall buildings.
Guys, one thing that shocked me here in New York is how thin some of the skyscrapers are. Because land here is so expensive, so developers have built some of the tiniest towers in the world, stretching high into the sky while taking up very little space on the ground.
If you notice a lot of any new buildings being built in New York, you'll always see one word: luxury. Everything is luxury. Luxury living. Call this number. Luxury this. They're not building for like regular middle class people. Everything is luxury this, luxury that.
Yeah, I guess a lot of people here are rich, right?
New York City is still known as the city of millionaires because it has nearly 385,000 US dollar millionaires, more than any other city on earth. So at the end of the day, it is still a dream for people to move here and chase the American dream.
It's worth it that I have a roof over my head. I tell myself that every night. I thank God every morning when I wake up that I'm not wondering where I'm going to sleep tomorrow, or having to knock on somebody's door and say, hey, can I sleep here tonight? My dog has a place to sleep. A cat, they're fed. I really, I could ask for more, but I'm grateful.
And guys, don't forget we're on the road to 1 million subscribers before the year ends. So please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, I'll be vanished when you need me the most, like the avatar. Special thanks to my producer Kenny for helping me film and produce this episode. I'll see you on the next episode.